Now, as we heard earlier in the bulletin, thousands of loyal followers packed Western Sydney's Kudos Bank Arena last night to give a rock star welcome to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But despite the hysteria, not all members of Australia's Indian community are fans of the divisive leader. Manbir Singh Kohli is a broadcaster for a community radio station in Sydney and joins us now to explain. Thank you for joining us, Manbir. All right. Modi is one of the most polarising leaders in India's history. Can you explain why he's so popular?
Thank you for this opportunity, Narelda. And it's a bit of a slice of history. Mr. Modi from the BJP came in on the back of a lot of scandals, public scandals, political scandals that had happened, scams. And they came in with the promise of a clean government, an inclusive government. So if you look at their election manifesto, it's got some platitudes of, we're going to take everybody along on this progress, there's justice for everybody, and they'd highlighted a few things that they're going to do. And everybody was excited. And he became like the shining star, if you like. And but what happened was that the reality was different. He steered away, his party steered away towards majoritarianism and populism. And I think that's what divides the country.
He's been described as a Hindu terrorist. That seems...
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
But definitely the focus is on majoritarianism, which is about 80% of the population is Hindu in India. So they've taken this placard that we're going to save, the Hindus from terrorists and minorities, and in that they've branded some people like they shouldn't have.
Press freedom in India has become an issue. Can you explain where people get their information from in India?
Oh, India's there's thousands of channels there. There's thousands of television channels. There's thousands of social media, YouTube channels. So people get information from all sorts of sources. And obviously, as you said about the press freedom in India has dropped from a rank of 150 last year to 161 this year out of 180 countries. So that's a big slide. There is a feeling that journalists are being targeted if they oppose the government or if they ask difficult questions. And on the other hand, there's been this bourgeoising of, YouTube channels. So people are getting information from all sorts of sources, and sometimes they're not vetted, and sometimes people are picking up wrong information.
Well, we've seen protests in Australia. What is the right to protest like in India?
Look, I wouldn't like
under Modi's leadership, should I say?
I wouldn't say that there's, a total clampdown. But yes, there has been, for example, we had the farmers' protest about a year and a half back, which went on for a year. And during that time, all sorts of strategies and tactics were used. Some of them were below the belt. And I think that's what scares people, that if you protest, you're going to get in trouble, you're going to be branded as anti-national, as anti-India, which is pretty unfortunate.
Now, he's been accused of human rights abuses. What's he been accused of? OK, so he's got a checkered history. So he was the chief minister of the state of Gujarat. It's a fairly prosperous state in India. In 2002, there were riots in that state between the Hindus and the Muslims, in which about 800 Muslims and 200 Hindus died. Now, these are figures. But at that time, it was said that, it was under his aegis. He supported it. The matter was investigated. It went to the Supreme Court. There was an investigating team that sat down, and they absolved him of all the charges. Right.
Yeah.
Now, last night, the Rockstar reception, unless it was a carefully curated guest list, people love him, the Prime Minister. Were you there? Were you present last night?
No, I wasn't there. I did not get the ticket, maybe. So I put in my application and I wrote to the organisers, but I didn't get a reply.
So there's obviously plenty of people who love and adore their Prime Minister. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it's not only just the Prime Minister, but it's a chance for the expat Indians here to showcase their politics, their culture, and their Prime Minister, who they are very proud of.
Well, thank you for talking us through the Prime Ministership of Narendra Modi. Manbir Singh Kohli, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Varela. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Cheers.